Hello there and welcome to Folk-a-Dilly Tales. Every week we will be here to tell you some crazy stories, some amazing poems accompanied by some fantastic songs. My name is John Hales and I will be your host. This week, Susanne Arnold is here to tell you all about the Haunted Inn.
This is a heartbreaking tale of unrequited love. And it takes place over 900 years ago, in the year 1050. And is connected to perhaps the oldest pub in Britain. It's the story of Juliet Tewsley. It is said that growing up in the village of Holywell in Huntingdonshire, Juliet was a happy and cheerful girl. She was loved by everyone in the village and very, very popular.
Good morning. It's lovely to see you.
Every year during the Beltane celebrations, she would be crowned the Queen of the May. But all this was to change. One morning in early spring, she was walking through the woods, perhaps enjoying the sound of the birds singing in the trees, and looking at the little lamb's tails on the hazel trees as they dangled and blew in the wind.
It's all so pretty.
Picking the early flowers, some anemones and some early primroses.
Oh, it smells so good.
And as she walked along without a care in the world, she suddenly saw a young man approaching her, and the closer he came, the more enamoured she became with him. And as he passed her by, she looked at every aspect of him. Oh, he was tall, he was dark, and he was handsome. But to Juliet, he was far more than that. As he walked past, she could smell the scent of him, and her heart started to thud in her chest, and she could feel the temperature rising in her cheeks. She turned to watch him walk away. And in that moment, she knew that she was in love. But for Juliet, it was not that doughy-eyed love at first sight. No, she became obsessed with this young man.
I have to have him.
His name was Tom Zool, and he was a local woodcutter. She found out that every day he walked along this path to work and on his way back from work, so she took to hiding in the woods whilst he came by, so that she could catch sight of him, so that she could smell the scent of him as he passed. One day, she decided that she could bear this no longer, that she had to tell him how she felt. So that morning she picked some flowers and she waited and waited. And when he came past, she stepped out in front of him and she started to say,
Tom!
But he just pushed her to one side. He did not even listen to what she had to say, and he told her to go home to her mother.
Go away. Just leave me alone. I'm not interested in you. Go.
She was devastated as she watched him walk off without a care in the world.
What did I do? What did I do?
And she hid all day in the woods. She sobbed and she sobbed and she sobbed. Her heart was well and truly broken. By the time the sun went down and the moon began to rise, she had decided what she could do. If he was not going to be in her life, then her life was no longer worth living. And so she walked home. But she did not go in the house. She went to the outhouse and found a length of hemp rope. She then walked down to the river, where there were some large trees, and she threw the rope over one of the branches and climbed up into the trees and hanged herself. Perhaps she thought that Tom would be the one to find her in the morning as he went to work.
Oh no. It's Juliet. We have to get her down. Why would she do this? Be careful. Be careful!
And we'll never know who did find her. But what we can be sure of is that the village went into mourning because she was so loved. Unfortunately, the magistrate could not allow her to be buried in the Christian churchyard.
I'm afraid we can't bury her in the churchyard. She killed herself. We need to bury her at the crossroads, close to that accursed tree.
But that's awful.
And there her grave would be a warning to others to not act in this ungodly way. She had to have a slab of plain granite put over her grave, as she was not allowed to have a headstone. And so it was that she lay there for many, many years. But as time went by, the village became busier, new houses were built, and it became time for the pub to expand. They received permission to extend the pub out over the grave of Juliet Tewsley. Now, the landlord was a canny man, and he knew the value of granite. So rather than lift up the slab that marked Juliet Tewsley's grave, he decided to use it as part of the taproom floor and to lay the slabs around it.
Don't take that slab up. That's worth a fortune. Leave it and we'll build round it.
He would have had no idea how this would have affected the future of the pub, because from that time to this, the pub has been haunted. There have been strange goings-on in the middle of the night, whether it be originally candles being blown out, and now lights flickering, dogs with hair standing on ends on the backs of their necks, howling and barking as they slunk out of the pub. Menus suddenly being thrown across the floor, and people seeing strange apparitions. Who could have known that Juliet's tale of unrequited love would last almost 1,000 years?
Juliet. Standing all on her own, Juliet stood by the willow tree. She would wait patiently
watching and hoping for him to see. Every day, at the same time, he'd walk on by. So pretty in white. She hoped she would catch his eye. Then one day, she approached bravely and tried just to talk to him. Holding the flowers she'd picked outstretched towards him. His heart to win. But he brushed them aside, simply laughed at her offering, and told her to be on her way and not to bother him. Sad and alone, she ran back home, mortified. Suffering shamefully, heart now broken, painfully tears filled her eyes. She lifted her face up to the sky, and rain came down. All the joy life could bring, lost forever. Chained to love, forever bound. Juliet, Juliet, don't love him. Juliet, Juliet, he's not the one for you. Juliet, Juliet, don't love him. He doesn't deserve your love. With no hope in her heart, she placed a note by the willow tree. Climbing towards the sky, upon the branches where the birds fly high, and looking down beyond the inn where the ferry boats drift on by, she shouted, I'll wait for you now, in the afterlife. They laid her to rest, where she was found in unhallowed ground. Lady in white, we can see her crying, rising like flowers in the spring. And that's where she waits forevermore, inside the inn, under the simple slab stone she's resting, next year to haunt us again. Juliet, Juliet, don't love him. Juliet, Juliet, he's not the one for you. Juliet, Juliet, don't love him. He doesn't deserve your love. Inside the inn, where the lights refuse to go out unless you say, good night, Juliet.
suffering shamefully, heart now broken, painfully tears filled her eyes. She lifted her face up to the sky and rain came down. All the joy life could bring lost forever, chained to love forever bound. Juliet, Juliet, don't love him. Juliet, Juliet, he's not the one for you. Juliet, Juliet, don't love him. He doesn't deserve your love. With no hope in her heart, she placed a note down by the willow tree. Climbing towards the sky upon the branches where the birds fly high. And looking down beyond the inn where the ferry boats drifted by, she shouted, I'll wait for you now in the afterlife. They laid her to rest where she was found in unhallowed ground. Lady in white, we can see her crying, rising like clouds in the spring. And that's where she waits forevermore inside the inn. Under the simple slab stone, she's resting next year to haunt us again. Juliet, Juliet, don't love him. Juliet, Juliet, he's not the one for you. Juliet, Juliet, don't love him. He doesn't deserve your love. Inside the old inn, where lights refuse to go out unless you say goodnight to poor Juliet. Juliet, Juliet, old inn. Juliet, Juliet, refuse to go out unless Juliet, Juliet, night to he doesn't deserve your love. Juliet, Juliet, old inn. Juliet, Juliet, used to go out unless Juliet, Juliet, night to he doesn't deserve your love.
Next week, Lilius Irma Valerie Barker.
The small isle of Jersey in 1895. Father, a sportsman, who married and cried and hoped for a son, but his hopes were in vain. A daughter brought up as the son he then gained.
Folk-a-Dilly Tales is a Zingaro Blue production. It was written, produced and edited by Mario and Lesley Price. Mixed by Frank Erlenkämper. The poems, lyrics and songs are also written by Mario and Lesley Price. My name is John Hales and I've been your host. Our storyteller this week is Susanne Arnold. The poem was read by Lesley Price. The contents of this podcast are based on the book Folk Stories, Legends and Poems by Mario and Lesley Price and are available as a book and an e-book from Amazon under the name Folk Stories, Legends and Poems. The music can be found under that same name and as volumes 1 and 2 streaming on all major platforms. Today's background music was supplied by Scott Buckley. You can find the link to these compositions in the comments below. Be sure to check out our music videos that tell some of our stories on YouTube. For more information about Zingaro Blue, visit our website at www.zingaroblue.co.uk or find additional links in the comments section. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please hit the follow button so that you can listen to the next episode of Folk-a-Dilly Tales. Thanks for listening.